Welcome back to my channel. You join me at Westmoor farm in Lincolnshire, and we are here for a 48-hour session, and it is part of the Fresh Fishing YouTube channel. So it's a yearly social, and yeah, been looking forward to this one for a long time. So I'm on Charlie's pool, which has four double pegs. So I'm doubled up with this gentleman. There we go. Kingy. And yeah, we're in all four swims on Charlie's is obviously they're all corners because it's basically a square, this lake. So I'll just move my camera a bit. Yeah, so we're here for 48 hours, and next door to me, I'll just turn the camera around. There's Wayne and Foxy, fresh fishing lads. So they're our neighbours. And then over there we've got Elliot and I think Foxy's cousin, can't remember his name. And straight opposite we have Kitch and his dad. So on arrival, these lads on the other bank, they came early, they came yesterday, so they're 24 hours into their session. They've had no fish out, but they have seen fish in our swim. And since we've arrived, we've had a couple of shows. So me and Kingy, we flipped a coin. Kingy's got the corner. And we've just flicked our rods out straight away. Just single hook baits. And we're going to try and catch a quick bite. That's the plan anyway. But it's a really nice venue, very well run. So I just need to set the house up. Hopefully we're not due any rain. It is a little bit overcast, but the sun's trying to get out. So yeah, I'll set up the house, get a bit more organised. Hopefully one of us will get a quick bite. If we don't, we'll start enjoying the session. See you in a bit. So like I mentioned, I'm on the left hand side of this swim, so I've got the margin straight out in front. So my left hand rod is just on the corner of that margin, possibly about half a rod length off the island. I might be slightly too close to the island, but I'm going to bring them both in after an hour. If nothing's happened, and just bring them a bit more nearer to here. I'm just concerned it's a little bit too shallow where I've cast, but we'll see. So yeah, left hand rod towards the corner, and my right hand rod is just that little single small tree straight ahead. About same again, about half a rod length off the bank. So yeah, we'll try and get a quick bite. One can only try. So the rods have been in the water for about an hour and a half now. Kingy next to me, he's had a few liners, so there are fish in the area, which is good to know. I've not put any bait out yet. I'm going to see what happens over the next few hours. If I can try and catch an afternoon bite just by fishing a single hook bait in the right area, then I think that is probably be my best chances of just nicking a bite this afternoon. So I'm going to carry on doing what I'm doing. Going to leave them out for about another hour, bring them in, and then get them back out there. But it seems to be pretty clear, the lake bed. I didn't do any leading around when I got here because I just wanted to get the rods out while I knew there was fish here, just trying to get that quick bite. So but it felt like a good drop, and I don't think there's really any problems with weed in this lake. So yeah, one of the bailiffs came round and spoke to him, and he said there was an area down the left hand margin of this swim. This swim is called Jake's that we're in, and I just looked on this left hand margin, there is a bar. So he said if you can put one of the rods on that bar, that would be a good option. So it's about 2 rod lengths out, so just about there is my left hand rod now, and my right hand rod is still about 6 foot off the corner of the island. So Kingy next to me, he's just gone to take his car back to the car park. You're allowed to unload by your peg, and then once you've unloaded, take the car back to the car park. So his left hand rod is about a rod length off the corner of the island, and he's got his right hand rod in the margin somewhere along there. He's gone with a similar tactic. I don't think he's put any bait on his right hand rod, and he's just dropped a little bit of bait on that left hand rod when he used his bait boat. So that's the latest. The sun keeps coming out. It's very comfortable conditions for September. Hope the rain stays away. But so far, it's looking good. So like I mentioned, Wayne and Foxy are on the peg next to us, and they seem to be pretty busy with visitors since they've arrived. Seems to be someone in their swim pretty much all the time, bless them. But yeah, I hope that there's a few fish caught over the next 40 hours or so. But everyone's in good spirits. We're going to be bringing the rods in, I think for about 5:30, and over on the other lake, Sandpit, I think there's must be about 15 or 16 anglers on that. So there's about 15 or 16 on Sandpit, which is just over there, and then we're on Charlie's. There's 8 of us on here. I think there's about 24, 25 of us in total. So a good turnout. So there's an area on Sandpit called the Social. So I think there's a double swim and then 2 singles next to it, and then I think we're all just going to go over there for our evening meal, take some drinks with us, and enjoy a couple of hours of a social. But in the meantime, we will try and get something out of this lake, and just enjoy our time here. So I thought I'd better do a quick piece on why we're here and who fresh fishing are. So about 3 or 4 years ago, a video recommendation on YouTube popped up, and it was for Caistor lakes, which isn't far from me. It's about a 5-10 minute drive, and it's somewhere I'd fished before I really got into carp fishing. It's more of like a commercial pleasure lake. It's good for silvers and very small carp, things like that. Anyway, so I watched it, and it was Wayne and Foxy, and yeah, they were just two local lads who they were just mates, and they just decided to start vlogging fishing sessions, and yeah, I took to them pretty quickly because they were just normal lads, just like ourselves, and they just enjoy fishing. They don't take it too seriously. They don't try and, you know, trying to be anything special. They're just two normal lads who just enjoy fishing together. And so I've seen the channel grow from its earliest stages, and they soon started discovering carp fishing. So they ended up upgrading all the gear, and they got into specimen fishing for carp, and that's where they're at now. So they don't really fish for commercial fish anymore, like you know, all the silvers and things like that, the match style fishing. They just stick to carp fishing, and yeah, the great set of lads. The videos are really amusing, and just they keep it real. So, you know, they blank many times and the video still goes out. So that's why we're here. They've done a yearly get together, and at the time when they released the tickets earlier in the year, I didn't even know if I was going to be able to make it for work commitments, but I thought I'll just buy a ticket and just hope. So that's what I did, and thankfully I was going to be available. So yeah, so I've been looking forward to this for a long time, and yeah, so if you haven't seen any of the Fresh Fishing YouTube channel, I highly recommend it. I'll put a link in the description. But yeah, they don't take life too seriously, and they just enjoy the fishing, and that's what it's all about.
To be fair, we all think about it.
Alright, we're on.
We're on. We're on.
Go on then.
Hiya. No, you start.
Why? You start, go on.
How do we normally start?
Hi, this is a box.
Hi, this is Fresh Fishing. Nah.
Nah. Go on. Cheers. Yeah, probably. Yeah, you might be right there. Might
Cheers.
send it over.
Absolute bots, mate.
It's a box.
Bosh.
Okay, so I appreciate that it's pretty dark at the moment, but just an evening update. We've been for our little social get together, and it was really good. And yeah, we get to have a good chat about all things to do with fishing and a lot of non-fishing related subjects. But it's been really enjoyable this evening. So I'd just like to thank everyone who's here as part of the Fresh Fishing channel. So yeah, I've had a good few beers, and I've decided not to put my rods out for the night. I'm just going to keep them in, and it's not that I'm drunk, I've just decided to have a good night's sleep. I'm here more for the social aspect rather than the fishing, so brought the rods in, and I'm going to go and have a few more drinks, enjoy the evening, and I'll put the rods back out in the morning. So I'll update you then. One thing I would just like to touch on is that after speaking to quite a few different people, it is a taboo subject with a lot of blokes, but it's became quite apparent that the main reason that a lot of blokes like myself like to fish is because of our mental health, and we shouldn't be afraid in coming out and saying things about that to help us. And yeah, it's good to talk to other people and to appreciate why we like to get out and do this overnight fishing. A lot of women don't understand it and think that we're crazy, staying on a bank and possibly being cold without catching a fish, but there's a lot more to it than that. It's just about forgetting about other things that's going on in the world and just enjoying the experience. So I just thought I'd add that into the vlog because that is the truth for myself. So yeah, I'm just about to head over to Foxy and Wayne's swim, and we'll have a couple more drinks and just enjoy the experience. So I'll touch base with you in the morning. So it's about 11 AM now. I put the rods out about 6 o'clock this morning. Been very quiet the whole lake. No fish out on this lake up to now, and on the other lake, Sandpit, 2 were caught. 1 during the night by Mick. Lovely mirror. And yesterday afternoon, Jeff, he got into a really nice fish. So there's only been 2 fish caught across the 2 lakes so far. So yeah, it's going pretty slow on the fishing front, but the social was really good last night. We all had a really good laugh. So yeah, it's been a really good weekend so far. But it would be nice if a few people get a fish on the bank. But yeah, we'll have to wait and see. But the rain's stayed away and it's overcast, so the conditions are pretty good. Just need that bit of luck on our side to nick a bite. But yeah, I'll update you if any more fish come out. So just the 2 fish out up to now. But yeah, we had breakfast brought to our pegs this morning, so that was a nice change. I'm not used to that, and very tasty. So yeah, that's where we're at the moment. Bye for now. Afternoon update. It's about 2 o'clock. The lake's just fishing really difficult. There's been no fish out since the one this morning from Mick at I think about 4 o'clock in the morning. So yeah, they're not wanting to have a feed today. So I've tried different tactics, I've tried different areas, but yeah, it's not happening at the moment. But I'll try and stay optimistic and hope before I go off in the morning I can trip something up. But yeah, we're still enjoying our time here. It's been a really good weekend. I highly recommend, if you ever get the opportunity to get a ticket for a social, especially with fresh fishing, they're really worth it. Last night it was just so funny. I don't even remember half the conversations we were having, but everyone was just laughing. And the night just flew by. But yeah, it got a bit crazy towards the end, and Wayne and Foxy were a little bit mischievous. And for those that were here, they'll know all about that. But yeah, that's where things are at the moment. The fish aren't playing ball. I'm going to carry on trying, and that's about it. And there's nothing much to tell you about rigs and things like that. I'm just using fluorocarbon D rigs, just with wafters, trying various colours, various sizes, but it's just not happening. But just to carry on keeping it simple, and yeah, I'll update you as and when. Evening update. It's now just gone 6 o'clock, and a few of the anglers from Mist Lake have now left. Wayne and Foxy, and Foxy's cousin John and Elliot and Kitch left. So there's only myself and Martin, who's just over there. So we've got the lake to ourselves for tonight. We're really hoping that we can get into something. There's heavy rain forecast according to my weather app during the night. But yeah, we can only try. But it's been a really quiet day for the fish. We've not seen any signs of any shores, just nothing to go on at all. I've tried fishing in different areas, so those rods went out at about 2 o'clock I think this afternoon. I've got one in the left hand margin, literally just about 2 foot out. It's about 3-4 foot deep, so I've got one just in the left hand margin. My middle rod is kind of in that gap in between the two islands, about a rod length from the middle, and that's my middle rod. My right hand rod is just fishing in open water, about halfway out in a bit of deep water. All three of those have got a couple of handfuls of boilie and pellet in the area, and that is about it. So I'm going to get the kettle on, have a cup of tea, chill out for an hour or two and try and get an early night. I'm going to set my alarm, be up early in the morning. I want to be packed down and I want to be leaving here for 8 o'clock, so hopefully get a good night's sleep tonight, hopefully get a fish as well, but we'll wait and see. Hear me, it's just after 4 o'clock in the morning, and yeah, the weather's pretty dreadful out there, so been awake for about an hour, and I just really hope that one of my rods doesn't go, because that is bad out there. Why do we do it to ourselves? Why? Well, unfortunately it's been a really poor night on the fishing front. There was a fish out on the other lake about 9 o'clock last night, but a couple of people have lost one during the night, but other than that it's been really quiet. It's a really disappointing night really. So yeah, it's about 6:15 now, it's just getting light. I've got a coffee on the go, an instant porridge. I'm going to get these down my neck, and then I'll be bringing the rods in probably about 7 o'clock. I'm going to pack down in the rain, because I really need to get going at 8 o'clock when the gates open. So other than the really poor fishing, it has been a good weekend. It's been really good for the social. Yeah, I've really enjoyed it, especially Saturday. Saturday was brilliant. So yeah, if you don't know much about the Fresh Fishing channel, head over and check it out. Thoughts on Westmoor Farm? I can only go off the fishing, and we've been, what, 25 of us roughly, 25, 26 people. Everyone's experienced, everyone knows what they're doing. And I think there's only been 3 fish landed, maybe 4 maximum, but I think it's 3. So, would I come back? I'd come back if it was a social. I wouldn't pay to come fish here myself. There's other places, especially in Lincolnshire, you're spot for choice with decent quality venues. You've got Old Mill Lakes just down the road from here, because we are near Market Raisin, and then you got Norton Disney, which is probably about a 35-40 minute drive from here. So yeah, you can see it's a well run venue. You know, the lakes are pretty well maintained, nice big spacious swims, but I can only go off the fishing, and the fishing's been poor, and the conditions have been ideal for catching fish, not been ideal for us anglers. But
so I can't even blame the weather, you know. It's been overcast for literally the whole duration. So yeah, disappointing, but like I say, I came here for the social, really enjoyed it. We all let off a bit of steam on Saturday night, and yeah, so I'm going to sign off this video now. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you again soon.